Hello and welcome to the channel. It's World Cup qualifiers, internationals. There's about 5 matches that are playing today because that one is playing on the 7th. Okay, so there's 5 matches that are playing today. So let's make something out of these 5 matches. But now I have a question though. Does statistics, when you are going to use statistics, obviously when you are going to bet, you first check probably the standings and probably the previous matches to see what was the results, and then you can make your decision. Now I want us to try something out here. Let us use the very latest statistic that is available between two teams. You know what I mean? For instance, Portugal versus Armenia, we're going to check the latest statistics, meaning the latest match they have played together. Let's leave everything else, because does it really work? We just want to find out, does it really work? Or when you are choosing a match to bet on, you have to go all the way when you're analyzing and check the stats of previous matches, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. Or does that really work? Or the most important match is the previous match, the latest match they have played together? Let's find out. So what we're going to do now, we're going to check one match only, and we're going to use whatever statistic that we can find on that match. Obviously that's risky. It might not happen again, because I mean it's just one match, as I've said. But does it really matter if it's one match or it's 2 matches or it's 3 matches? Because for me, it should make sense that the latest match they've played is the one that should count, because that is the key performance, you know what I mean, that really mattered. Because previous matches might be matches that played like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, especially when it's international. It's quite different when it's league matches, you know what I mean? Because teams can play twice, thrice in one season. Then there's statistics. But so let's try it out. Let's go to Portugal. Obviously, I have to open up SofaScore app somewhere. They should be here, these teams. Europe. Let's see. Let me just mark them, or maybe I will mark them as I go, because I want to have them on the side. So let's see. We just want to take a risk. Obviously, it's not going to be a heavy risk, because we're not interested in big odds. Remember when I said decent odds, it's anything from 8, even 10, you know what I mean? 8, 10 upwards, that's decent, because 8, it means that's 8 times your profit. That's 800%. That's a lot of money. If you happen to put your $100 times 8, that's 800. That's decent amount of money someone can make in a day, especially in South Africa. If you happen to make 800 a day, think about that. How much is that in a month, given that you will be working 20 days? So I hope you get the thrill. So that's a lot. If you happen to get 15,000 in a month, that's decent if you are in South Africa. So let's see. Let us see. So this is Portugal versus Armenia. They played 4 matches. Let's see those 4 matches. You see exactly what I meant. You see this, they played 2015, 2014, and look at the other matches, 2007. So obviously the performance from year to year have changed a little bit. You can tell that 2007, probably that Armenia was a bit, a team to beat. You know what I mean? Portugal was also struggling. You can even check. I'm not sure if there will be odds. You can see there's no odds. But you can see at least maybe about 10 years ago, you can see Portugal was a bit on top, but still struggling. So let's use the latest match, which is this one. So let's check what statistics are there in this match. First things first is that I can see that in this match, Portugal scored over 2.5 goals. Portugal alone. And I can see out of this match, the goals were over 4.5. So we're going to choose the safest one, obviously, because the ones that I'm counting now, obviously, can never be safe. I doubt if there will be over 4.5 goals in this match. And both of them to score, we can say it happened as well. And most importantly, higher scoring half. I can see a lot of goals here took place on the second half. You can see only 2 goals, 14th minutes and 29th minute. Those are the only 2 goals. The rest, 3 goals happened in the second half. So that's also risky. You can also say that. Let's check what else transpired. Maybe yellow cards. How many yellow cards? Yellow cards. A lot of yellow cards were on the second half as well. We can also use that. So let's see now in terms of the odds. What is the decent odd in terms of these statistics? Which one are we going to use? Let's just see. What market can we choose? Come on now. Why this thing doesn't want to open? Doesn't want to open. I don't know why. Okay. Let me just try one more. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe it's probably... Okay, I'm not sure whether it's network or what, but it's coming. Okay, so it opened. We're going to say popular. In fact, let's say all markets, because we are looking for a decent market whereby we have at least a stat, you know what I mean, in the last match between Portugal and Armenia. This one is both teams to score. It's quite decent. I mean, we've seen it there in their last match. They scored each other. So it's safe to say we can take this, or let's check what other stat that was there. In terms of goals, we said over 4.5, but I mean, we still doubt that will happen. Let's check what else. Second half goals as well. Let's see. Even the goal range. I mean, there was goal range between, you can say 4 to 6. That is the goal range that happened there on that match. That's a statistic that is there. So, I mean, highest scoring half, we said it's second half. I mean, there's the odds. I think those are decent odds as well. So, we will be safe as well if we choose this. So, I mean, we can choose that, or even the yellow cards, second half yellow cards. So, I think let's choose this second half. I mean, we just have to wait for the second half instead of any hassles. So, now we go to the second match. Remember, we're looking for very decent odds, such as 6 or let's see. I thought there was England, or let's try England instead of these useless teams. So let's go to England and do the same thing. England against Andorra. Is that Andorra? Yeah, against Andorra, a very weak team. You can see they've won all their matches against Andorra. But let's check those matches, the frequency of those matches. Look at that. We're talking about 12 and 6. Those things are no longer relevant now. Yeah, at least from 2021. Whew, we can see England gave them a whoop, what. But we're focusing only on the latest. So I can already see there was only 1 goal, and it was scored on the second half. So already a stat there of second half, highest scoring half is there. Let's check maybe yellow cards. There were no yellow cards on the first half. So we can say under 0.5 yellow cards on the first half. So that's also fair to say. And I'm not sure about goals. It's risky given these odds. So we have quite a lot of stats. Yeah, we have few stats. But I mean, what can we choose? Second half maybe also in this match? I'll say that's fine as well. We can also choose second half as the highest scoring half here. You know what I mean? I don't think that will be a problem. England versus these, because both teams to score, it's a no there, because it was 1-0. And can we say maybe under 2.5 in terms of goals, because of the previous match was the only match that they played. The recent match was under 2.5. It's also there. Remember, we said we want to see if that really works, to use a statistic of only one match, the latest match the two teams have played. So even if we said this, it's not a problem. I mean, we said we want to try this out. Does it really work? So let's do that. But obviously you have to use common sense. If it really works, I mean, you also have to check in terms of the odds, you know what I mean? You also have to use your common sense. So if we're going to say this, do you think we are safe? Given that Andorra is the weakest team, and I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think I would rather go for under Yes, because the odds are still decent here. I'll go for under 3.5. I think there we might be a little bit safe. Right, so let's go to the next one. Remember, they only scored one. England only scored one. So statistically, from that latest match, that recent match they've played, so it makes sense because that's the only match that we are focusing on. Remember, we want to see if this really works. What other match that is there? Let's check this one. Bosnian versus let's see who's this. Let's see. I can see our odds are almost there. San Mario versus Bosnia Herzegovina. I'm not sure what that's the name of that team. So remember, we said we are checking the last match they played. We are only interested in that match, not the rest. So what I can see from this last match they played, this is the only match we are focusing on. They scored on the 66th minutes. That's Eden Dzeko scoring on the second half. So the high scoring half was the second half. Okay, that's a good thing. Let's see yellow cards in this match. 1, 2, 3. So a lot of yellow cards were issued in the second half, and also for the away team as well. That's also a statistic that we can look at. What else that is there? First half goals, maybe first half it will be a draw, so that's also something that we can look at. Okay, so now there's few stats that are there. Remember, we only looking for the first match, for the only match they have played, the recent only match, and then we use that stat that is available, and obviously we're going to compare the stats. Choose at least a state that has a better chance, you know what I mean. So now I will not say popular, I will just say all so that we can see everything. So there were no both teams to score here, so we're gonna leave that. Overs, San Mario, the first half, obviously there was a draw. Whew. No, this is halftime, full time. No, winning margin, San Mario. No, that's risky. A goal range, obviously we can say it's between 1 and 2, but 0 and 1, it's very dangerous. Let's see this, or we can choose this, because that's the reality according to the stats. That's second half was the highest, so even if we choose this, we might be, we might not be, it's not really risky, because it happened. Remember, we're only looking at this match. It might not have happened on previous matches, because we're only looking on this match. We want to see if stats taken from the only match these teams, the only recent match these teams played, are they working those stats? That's what we want to find out. So I think this is best. So let's see now, what are the odds? Oh, look at the odds. Look at the odds on the bottom. 12. That's more than decent. That's 120% odds. So if you happen to put, let's put 40 bucks and see, you see, that's 500. Let's just put, how much do we have? 46 rand. Yeah, let's put 46 rand. That is on the side, and then bet. Let's see. All right, so we just did, here's our ticket. Remember, this ticket might win and this ticket might not win, but this ticket, this ticket we used statistics that were there, but only looking at only one match, the recent, or rather the latest match the two teams have played. So let's see what will be the results. Hopefully it will be a good results, but remember, we are checking if does it really work. So other than that, we'll see the results. We don't know, but I'll keep you up to date with what's happening. All right, for those who are new to the channel, they know what to do. You can subscribe to the channel so that you can be able to see all the videos that are posted. And dango.